What's up, boy?
AI, hang on a sec.
Sure thing. What's up, Charlie?
I got the latest All-Star voting results.
Okay, cool. Where am I at?
It's looking really good. You're top 3, which means you have a great chance of being selected once we announce the final rosters.
Top 3? That's what I like to hear.
Hey,
Thanks,
congrats,
Charlie.
AI. Yeah, I'll see you after the game.
All right, man.
The skyline of Orlando seen here during a gorgeous sunset. Quite a backdrop for our broadcast tonight. It's an Eastern Conference matchup as the Toronto Raptors come into town for this one. Well, the holidays always bring us some incredible... We are nearly ready for the tip-off, but first, let's hear from our very own David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, guys, it's no secret that Marcus Young and AI...
Fantastic stuff, David. Thank you. And Young and AI really had a lot of disagreement between them.
You know, some guys will play up rivalries with others in the league. Not the case for these two. They genuinely hate each other, and I wouldn't be surprised to see some hard fouls here tonight.
Well, Steve, you can see it. Some players starting to feel the fatigue of a long season. How much you think is from the travel aspect of being a player in the NBA?
Kevin, I think it's a lot about the travel. The travel is a grind, and I think being able to sleep on planes, that is an art. I couldn't do that, and I think that's what guys are trying to find different ways where they're comfortable getting a lot of rest on planes, but you got to find a way once you get to that city to, I guess, have some discipline where you can stay in, not go out to dinners, and spend a lot of times using that time to recover.
Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. They've got Lowry. White is out there with Anunoby. Then it's Ibaka, and it's Siakam in at the 4.
Lowry is just a ball of muscle out there. He has no problem taking a hit like that and still finishing.
It's good. Jay's got to get his second bucket of the night. Here's the Raptors with the ball. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
And look, it's always tough to win on the road. You've got to go in with the right mindset, and they did.
They were the aggressors that night, relentless in their approach, especially scoring the basketball.
Vucevic, the pass to Jay. It's hauled in by the Raptors.
Yeah, the aggressive D inside leads to a missed opportunity there.
You know, he had terrific position, does a good job of affecting the shot without fouling.
And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Augustine against Lowry. A floater, and he sinks the layup.
That pick and roll is where Kyle Lowry shines. The defense left with only bad choices.
Here's Augustine. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Jay, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Clearly a foul.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
Both free throws good from Jay.
The Toronto Raptors, they don't get enough credit for their defense. They were a top 5 team last year in an opponent field goal percentage. And as a group, they close out well and get a hand up on every shot.
Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play. And Steve, the Raptors defense, they may not have any first-team all-defenders, but as a group, they're solid.
They have strong rim protection. They were second in the league in blocks. They rebound well as a group. You don't think of the Toronto Raptors as a defensive team, but this team gets a lot of wins because of their defense.
Yeah, you got to push Isaac out of the paint. Once he's got that position, he is going to be all over the rim.
Now here's Wright. He's coming off a 16-point game against Miami. Rebounded by Vucevic.
Not a problem when that's your first miss of the game. Strong start.
Right through the D for the layup. Fournier's got his first points of the game.
But that's an excellent pass. On time, on target. Great teamwork.
Lowry finds Ibaka. Now, right. To the middle. And it's blocked. And now Orlando on the break. Augustine's running. He had a nice open look right there.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Raptors trail by 5. Out to the wing. Here's Lowry. Almost, but it rolls out. The Magic have gotten 6 or 7 shots to fall in the first quarter. They're off and running. No good from Jay.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Right outside. Lowry against Augustine. Shot clock at 6. Knocked loose and stolen by Fournier. Down low and out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession.
Poor timing on that play causes the turnover.
So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Bamba is checked in for Vucevic. Aaron Gordon comes in for Isaac. Terrence Ross is checked in for Fournier. And it's Grant in for Augustine. A new group in now for the Raptors. Valanciunas, he's checked in for Ibaka. Monroe comes in for Pascal Siakam. Green, he's checked in for OG Anunoby. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Wright. So timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
Yeah, you need to refocus now. Momentum is running against you.
And from what I'm seeing, is too many unfavorable matchups out there on the floor.
Simmons checked in for Jay.
And here's a look at the stats.
As many for players going from college to the pros, which skills tend to be most immediately transferable?
You know, I think the skills on offense, a lot of times those guys are able to drive the basketball and penetrate. Those are the guys that can transfer easily from college. I think it's hard shooting-wise, being able to shoot the 3-ball at the college level, because at the NBA level, the line is pushed back. And I think the one skill level that gives a lot of young guys gives them a hard time is defensively. I think that's the one skill that's not easily transferred to the NBA.
Augustine and Fournier are in the backcourt. Isaac out there with Jay, and it's Mozgov in at the center, filling out the middle. That's who's out there for Orlando.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Jay. No luck that time either. Raptors with the lead. Now the pass to VanVleet. And Jay gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Here's Anunoby. He's covered by Isaac. Anunoby kicks to Ibaka. Just 2 to shoot. Basket good.
Exactly what you want from that play. Get it to Serge where he can simply rise and fire.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Jay in that last matchup against the Suns was superb. He finished with 30 points and played tremendous defense as well, really causing havoc on both ends of the floor. Just his latest spectacular performance. He showed once again why he's a nightmare to game plan against.
Hey, David, thanks very much. He's one of those players who can do remarkable things on any given night, in any given game. That was a special game he played.
And it wasn't just the performance, guys, but really his preparation. He knew the right way to attack in every situation.
And that was the beauty of it. His ability to read and react to whatever they threw at him.
Fournier passes to Jay. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet. Jay's got 10.
You like how he uses his height there.
Sure, working the in-between area. Not many guys with the length to bother him.
Right against Fournier. It's stolen by Vucevic. Passes to Jay. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net. 1:35 left to play here in the half. And when you look at Evan Fournier, he's just a reliable source for points whenever he's on the floor.
Yeah, and Fournier is a bit of a quiet scorer. He always ends up with a lot of points, but doesn't tend to wow you with any individual plays. Terrific shooter who just makes the most of his touches and his minutes whenever he's on the floor.
And didn't have a single free throw in that first quarter, but he started to play with a little bit more of an edge to his game here in the second.
And so Ibaka will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. It's a 5-point game. Their last meeting was in Orlando, where they were unable to fight off the Magic.
And unfortunately for them, they just ran into a hot shooting team and really had no answers.
Well, they still should have been more active on defense, giving those guys a run for their money.
Here's Van Vliet. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Ibaka outside. Van Vliet looking around. Siakam, and he comes up with the deuce. Siakam's got 6 in the quarter.
You know, he had a hot start to this game. He's only gotten hotter. We'll see if the defense makes an adjustment.
That one's good, and the Raptor lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Jay. The Orlando Magic coming to this one after the win against Phoenix.
I just thought the defense was porous. Got any shot they wanted, really, for most of the evening.
I'll give them credit. Even though they were facing very little resistance, they refused to play down to the level of their competition.
4 on the clock, and yes, it's good. And the Raptors lead by 5.
And the penetrating ability of Anunoby, confident when it comes to attacking the defense.
And the rejection by Ibaka. Ripped away. Here's Jay. The shot's good. Jay's got 16. Here's Van Vliet. This one for 3. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. It's the Raptors leading by 3. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Kyle Lowry. Kyle, you came out strong to take advantage in the first half. Were you pleased with the effort?
Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. It's been one outstanding game from Jay.
Well, we saw in the first half, he has a nice mixture of moves down low, and they've been going to him.
He is reliable down there. Once he gets going, he is a machine.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Setting the floor for the Raptors. They've got Wright, also Lowry out there. Anunoby out there with Ibaka. And it's Siakam in at the 4-man position. That one drops for him. 6 points for him.
Nice pass here to set that basket up.
Raptors leading by 3. Lowry finds Ibaka. Pass to Siakam. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And that's how you want to come out of the locker room. He is fired up.
Yes, in the first minute or so, you knock down a couple of shots. You are in rhythm.
Fournier's shot is off. Toronto shooting the ball with incredible accuracy. 68% so far. Lowry dishes to Wright. Pass to Siakam. That shot off, and Orlando the other way now. Launches a 3. That one's good, and the Raptor lead is cut down to just 2 points on the bucket from Jay.
What a valuable asset to the offense, having a big with that kind of range.
Over to the wing. Here's Lowry. Fournier pulls it down. Magic have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. No good from Jay. And here are the Raptors now. Right side. Clock at 6. And that one is stuffed right through.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Love the unselfishness.
And it'll be Orlando with their first time out of the game right here. Steve, I know in calling your games, you were known to be such a smooth athlete. You were graceful, with great elan on the floor. Who are some of the smoothest players that you watched today?
I think Kevin Durant, his game, it just doesn't seem like you can speed him up. He plays at his pace, which is an unbelievable pace. I look at even a guy who doesn't dribble as much, Klay Thompson, does the same routine coming off screens. You can't really speed him up. I love the way Chris Paul is one of those guys. He's graceful and smooth. Those are some of the guys that stick out for me.
It looks effortless, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Here's Jay, the offensive rebound, and the basket is good. Mozgov's got his first 2 points of the night.
A man with height and reach. Mozgov screaming extra chance point.
Stolen by Grant. And Grant with the clear path to the hoop. And the dunk by Grant.
And they definitely have the edge in those fast break points.
They can't be afraid to keep pushing the basketball in transition because in a half-court set, they're struggling a little bit.
Lowry kicks to Valanciunas. Now the pass to Siakam. Got a piece of it. 6 to shoot. To the paint. Trying to find Valanciunas. Gets it to him. They get the rebound. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Valanciunas has got 8.
Gotta love the big man Valanciunas fighting for that extra chance, and he was rewarded for his effort.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Toronto lead is cut back down to just 2 points. The basket there coming from Jay. Fast break, here we go. The finish, throws down the breakaway jam.
And you can see the importance of that steal. Really a 4-point swing with the conversion at the other end.
Green against Simmons. Now, here's Lowry. He's guarded closely. Some solid defense from Grant. Jay, the pass to Mozgov. Orlando moving the ball around. That gives them the lead. Jay's got 9 points here in the second half.
I like what he's given them tonight. Efficient offense that's helped fuel this lead.
Lowry feeling it out a bit.
And a good opportunity here to go 2 for 1.
But you also want a decent shot if you can get it. That takes priority.
And it goes down 2 points. And it's a 4-point Magic lead.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
And now Orlando on the break. Green kicks to Siakam. He feeds it to Monroe. To halt the run. Got a piece of it. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
This is what you need your floor general to do. Take charge, lead by example, unselfish play.
And with 3 quarters, Orlando making some changes. Jay comes in for Aaron Gordon, and Evan Fournier subbed in for Terrence Ross. The Raptors also with a sub. Fred VanVleet is checked in for Wright, and Jay gets the whistle that time. That's his 3rd foul of the game. And the Raptors with some changes. Pascal Siakam comes in for Valanciunas, and OG Anunoby subbed in for Fred VanVleet. Augustine and Fournier are in the backcourt. Jay out there with Vucevic, and it's Isaac in at the 3. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. Here's Green. Here's Ibaka. And again, no good by Toronto.
Unfortunately for him, the defense is slow to react, but he couldn't make them pay.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. And there's a minute 45 left in the fourth quarter. Lowry with the ball. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
See, that's money. Important point in this game. Danny Green takes it upon himself.
And the Raptors making a change here. Valanciunas is checked in.
Hey, great job to get the bucket and to get to the line. When the game's on the line, you want your guys attacking like he did there. And defensively, neither side able to get many stops.
Well, this is when you need them. Late in the game. It's not all about scoring.
Lowry against Augustine. Here's Siakam. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and two shots coming up. That one on Vucevic. And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. DeLon Wright, he's checked in for the Raptors.
Yeah, being down 2 points instead of 1 thanks to the free throw miss makes getting a stop here absolutely critical.
It's Fournier on the wing, guarded by Wright, and stolen by Kyle Lowry. It's stolen by Vucevic. Passes it to Jay. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And they had a foul to give, but you want to use it on the ground.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Nice job extending the lead and making this a 2-possession game now.
And so Lowry will bring it up for Toronto. Toronto calls timeout. They're trailing by 4. 50 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, James.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hi, guys. During that last break, I heard what the Raptors coach told to his team. He told them, don't look at the scoreboard. It's 0-0. One play at a time. Execute the game plan. That's how we're going to win this game. Kevin is trying to keep them focused.
Lowry against Augustine. And here's Lowry. Pass to Siakam. Shot clock at 6. Valanciunas. Great D that time from Vucevic. And now they decide to foul intentionally. And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. And he ends up making the second, and that puts them up by 5. Here's Lowry. Guys, it's come down here to a very important possession.
No room for error.
And the Raptors call time here. They trail by 5. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Siakam. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Lowry passes to Siakam. And they go to the intentional foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6. Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Nice job at the line to expand the lead.
And unfortunately, it's time for them to say night-night.
There's some big-time teaching moments tonight. Hopefully, they become a better team for it.
Augustine passes to Jay. That shot off.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
And also protecting the rim at all costs. I love the anticipation to affect the shot.
And so it's Orlando winning this one. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Well, congrats on the win. I'm sure you guys are building confidence, but it's early. And how much do those postseason dreams factor into what this team's doing right now?
I think it means a lot. You know, I think we want to bring a championship back home to these fans. So, are we going to do whatever it takes to make that happen? They deserve it, D.A.
Well, it's early, but, you know, it's okay to already talk about title if that's what you think. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. Now, for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA here on 2K Sports. See you next time.
AI, Griff's got some questions for you. Can you take a minute?
Oh, for Griff? Yeah, sure thing.
Thanks, AI. I was hoping you would weigh in on your team's winning streak. You guys are red hot right now with no signs of slowing down. What's gotten the team to this point, and do you see it ending anytime soon?
It's been lots of hard work, Griff. You know, I'm talking hours spent in the practice gym. I'm talking time with the coaches, working over the game plan for each new team, each new game. But, you know, when you got a good game plan and a team willing to put in the work, you're bound for success.
Did Charlie write that one for you?
Of course not, Griff. You know I only speak from the heart. Come on now.
Well, congrats again on the win, and good luck trying to keep that streak alive.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you.
Should we move on?
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the prop plane, Kenny Smith. Tonight, we'll be watching the Orlando Magic playing against the Detroit Pistons. And guys, for the Pistons, a tall task for them to win this one. On the road against a much superior team, their margin for error, pretty thin. Great center matchup tonight. Shaq, I know you've been waiting all day to watch this one. One of the best low post players in
are live from Amway Center for an Eastern Conference contest with the Magic in Orlando. There's no better time of year than the holidays for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Welcome, everyone. Chris Webber's joining us at the broadcast table. And with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from our good friend David Aldridge on the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Well, guys, with the way he has exploded on the NBA, AI might become a part of All-Star Weekend. He's received a lot of early votes. Now, when I talked to him, he said he hasn't been watching, right? But he was very grateful for the support. I think if you keep...
David, thank you for the update. AI, very popular among the voters early.
And there's no guarantee he'll land a spot on the roster, but you can't deny his popularity with the voters. That does go a long way.
Kind of a rare matchup these days. C-Web, two clubs that do a great job of running offense through the big men down low, through the post.
Well, yeah, playing back to the basket. Basketball is kind of becoming a bit of a lost art. When you think about it, you can really play the point forward from the post. There was a guy who would take dribbles in that post area for the whole 24-second shot clock, wait for a double team, and then he would pass it to a wide-open Dan Marley to knock you in the head with a three-pointer. And then it was a guy, Mark Jackson. He would do the same as a point guard and pass it out to a big, like a Rick Smith or a Patrick Ewing to shoot the jumper. So you can definitely facilitate from the post. And even though it's becoming a lost art, hopefully there's a resurgence of it because players are so skilled, they can pass from all areas of the floor. And that post, it gives you a unique angle to find shooters in the top and in the corners.
Oh, it sure does. And now the opening lineup for Detroit. The big men are Griffin and Drummond. Jackson and Bullock are the 1 and the 2. And it's Robinson in at the 3 slot. Jackson kicks to Robinson. Back to Jackson. Drummond working against Vucevic. Stripped it away. Griffin with the steal. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Love seeing the offense run through the big man. Drummond with great vision and terrific feet.
Passes it to Vucevic. Over Drummond. And it's Vucevic missing. And Jay gets the whistle that time. So for the Pistons, their last game a loss to the Pacers in Indiana. Here are the 5 Detroit has to start the second quarter. We've got Ish Smith. Gorgie Dang is out there with Pachulia. Then it's Johnson, and it's Jackson in at the point. The Pistons leading. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, Jay in that last matchup against the Raptors got the job done. He scored 32 points, and along with what he did on offense, he had a big defensive night as well. That was just the latest in a solid string of performances from him. Obviously looking to keep the momentum going here this evening. We'll see how he does, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you, guys. Could you believe that performance? Wow.
I mean, it was really something to see. I mean, he showed everybody just how special he is when he is on his game.
Oh, yeah. Once he got them on the ropes, he never let them off the hook. It was full-speed energy basketball at its greatest.
Yeah, it's a great honor in the NBA to be a spokesman for Gatorade, and the company recently announced that AI would be the next player to fill that role.
And I'll be honest, I'm a little surprised Gatorade went with AI as their next spokesman. Some of the greatest players ever in the NBA have held that role, but the company feels the sky is the limit for AI.
Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Here's Jang. That shot off. The Magic go the other way with it. Whoa!
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. Here's Smith, drilled from 11 feet out. Smith's got his first bucket in this one.
The cleverness of Smith showing itself once again. Terrific at getting into the heart of the D and then cashing in.
For Detroit, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. And Jay gets the whistle that time. That's his third foul of the game.
He was hoping to avoid a third foul before the break. Now, he might have to sit out until halftime.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Jackson misses.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And for Detroit, a lot of changes, Greg, in their front office this past offseason.
A new GM and Dwayne Casey brought in to coach. Could see a drastic shift in style and approach for the Pistons moving forward.
Pachulia finds Jackson. Shoots over Grant. Misses off the right iron.
That's a great job to converge on him inside and prevent that easy look.
Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession. And a look now at some of the players we can expect to see in this year's dunk contest. Always one of the great events of All-Star Weekend.
It is, Kevin. You just can't take your eyes off it. The ideas those guys come up with and then the guts it takes to pull them off always blows me away.
Well, you look at Jay, and I know he'd like to make a move up in the consideration. He's got all the athleticism you hope for from a dunk contest participant.
He sure does. Lots of competition, though, in the running this year to get that big invite.
So there you go. And as it's looking, this year's dunk contest is shaping up to be a fantastic competition. We'll keep you updated on the voting.
No doubt it's going to be a good one, Kevin. We've got players on that list who'll do things that you didn't even think were possible.
Jackson kicks to Johnson from downtown. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time.
Oh, and when Johnson senses the D is laying off of him, he loves going straight up with the shots, catching the D off guard. Just a very efficient shooter.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. Well, Chris, some teams already realize a championship just is not going to be in their future this season. How should those kind of teams... Right now, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Without question, Jay displaying his skills today.
And I'll tell you, his work on the blocks in that first half, really impressive.
Oh, yeah, especially how he established great position and showing some nice footwork and really read how the defense was playing.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. And so in the game for the Magic, Augustine and Fournier are in the backcourt. Jay out there with Jonathan Isaac, and it's Vucevic in at the 5 spot. Bucket is good. Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end.
On the wing, Jackson, guarded by Augustine. Oh, and the jam by Drummond.
Man, the mobility of Drummond is important to his team. When the ball is lobbed his way, it's game over for the defense.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Hammock.
They've leaned on him tonight, and he's delivered with some great shooting.
And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got 4 assists in the game.
And they are going toe-to-toe here tonight, guys. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
Punch, counter punch. Neither club's been able to sustain an advantage.
Inside, here's Jay. Rebound by the Pistons. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pistons will retain possession.
A moment here to see the numbers for Jay. First in steals. First in field goal percentage. And he's an absolutely devastating offensive weapon. Number 2 in the league in scoring.
And as you said, number 1 in steals this season. He's the sneakiest ball hawk in the league right now. Hide everything you've got because he's coming after you. Well, a crazy year for Dwayne Casey, voted coach of the year, but fired by the Raptors after they were swept in the conference semifinals.
Yeah, Kevin, but he lands on his feet in Detroit, and obviously they got a good one. The Raptors steadily improved season after season under his watch. Hopefully the Pistons can do the same.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Bamba is checked in for Vucevic. Simmons comes in for Evan Fournier. And it's Jaren Grant in for Augustine.
Well, what about the concentration of Johnson? Just burying the bucket despite the harm.
Mozgov, he's checked in for the Magic. Augustine comes in for Grant. Here's Jay. And Pachulia pulls it down. Pachulia's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Their offense has been great here.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance.
Okay, time now for an injury report. Let's get an update on Terrence Ross. What's the status, David?
Unfortunately, it sounds like a very serious injury. That's the type of injury that won't only keep him out the rest of this game, but what could be a lot more games to come. Not good news at all for this team, Kevin.
David, thanks for the great update, guys. It doesn't sound good.
No, if that report is accurate, he's going to be spending a lot of time in rehab and on the sidelines.
Wow, fellas, really tough news. And it's going to have a big effect on the rest of the guys. Always so hard to have a teammate go down like that.
The Magic shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight. And the free throw, no good.
And sort of known for that crazy length, Bamba's also extremely bright. Got offers from Ivy League schools, including Harvard.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
Yeah, easy call.
The Magic shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
A little bit shaky at the line there. I mean, he did the important part and got him in front.
Smith kicks to Bullock. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Yep, it counts.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And Orlando making a change here. Gordon's checked in. For Detroit, they have shot just 1 free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
Here's Bullock. His 3-pointers off the mark.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And that one is good from James.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
With the fadeaway. And that one goes long.
Off target with what's what? Pretty good look from mid-range.
Magic moving the ball around. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Smith kicks to Bullock. No good with the triple. The Magic have gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. Augustine, that's good.
And how about the excellent court vision? Just keeping the defense off balance.
Well, if you're his teammate, you love this right now because all you have to do is focus on finishing.
Bullock passes to Smith. The teardrop falls in.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
Basket counts.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Jay, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And Detroit gets called for the foul. This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line.
And the free throw line was a problem spot for him in their last game. Really struggled up there.
Orlando making some changes. Vucevic, he's checked in for Bamba. And Fournier subbed in for Simmons. Then for the Pistons, Blake Griffin. He's checked in for Pachulia. Robinson comes in for Stanley Johnson. And it's Jackson in for Smith. And the shot's good from James.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Augustine. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. The Magic have been shooting 50% at the line, 5 of 10. The free throw drops for Augustine. Detroit making a switch here. Drummond's checked in. He hits both from the stripe.
And as great of a free throw shooter as he is, it's still a part of his game. He works very hard at it.
Outside Jackson. To the paint. It's tipped. Fast break. Here come the Magic. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And everything they're attempting is going in. Tremendous run here in the third.
Well, I don't know what they talked about at halftime, but they found a weakness in the defense.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Magic lead by 12. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. Now let's take a listen on head coach Dwayne Casey.
Don't give in to those semi-fast breaks and get missed.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. You played, C-Web, for a number of different teams. How did you personally measure an organization's quality?
It starts at the top. It's the commitment to winning. It's the little things, caring for players, everyone else there on the staff as people first, and then also setting the tone, letting people know that we're a winning organization. You know, I've been to some organization, and the word winning has never come up from the top brass, if you could believe it or not. So you know who wants to win. You see the intensity on the owner's face. You see the intensity on everyone's face as well, and you can tell by that passion whose foxhole you're in.
On the floor for Detroit, Jackson and Bullock are the 1 and the 2. The athletic front pair is Griffin and Drummond. And it's Robinson in at the 3 spot.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Yeah, guys, and the finish is the perfect capper. I mean, taking it all the way to the 10.
And it's Jonathan Isaac with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Augustine against Jackson. And there's the pass to Drummond. 5 on the clock. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. That one on Vucevic.
Now, the energy Drummond has on the glass, it's really ridiculous. He's a spark plug, a real spark plug.
C-Web, with the Pistons acquiring Blake Griffin last season, what's the impact for Andre Drummond at the offensive end?
I mean, well, sometimes it can take pressure off of him to create. He can focus on his strengths, defense, rebounding, and cleaning up the mess around the rim.
The Magic leading by 13. Here's Jay. Great D that time from Griffin. Jackson deciding where to go with it. Inside. And Griffin scores. The assist from Jackson. 8 points for Blake Griffin.
And what concentration from the veteran. I mean, it's clear Griffin is used to having a hand in his face from down there.
Here's Jay. Once again off the mark, Orlando.
He hasn't been his best this quarter.
Right side Robinson. Now here's Bullock. He's guarded by Fournier. That cuts the lead to single digits. 6 points for Robinson.
How about this run they're in the midst of, on the verge of tying it up or maybe even taking the lead?
Terrific D at one end and some clutch shots at the other. Great stretch for him.
First one falls for him.
He's taking an aggressive approach since halftime, drawing fouls, getting to the line, forcing the D in the bad spots.
And seems like he's regaining his focus. The form at the line tonight has not been as good for the most part.
Jackson down low. Pass to Bullock. Right side Griffin. Beyond the arc. Another 3 for Detroit.
He's made the most of the halftime break. He shook off the problems he had in the first half, and he started to settle in.
Pass to Jay. Outside Fournier. Griffin with the steal. Here's Bullock. Misses the 3. Orlando leading by 7. Top of the key. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Griffin down low. He's covered by Isaac.
And that long wingspan of Isaac aids him there in turning away shots, but it's also the timing he displays when he attacks the shooter.
The Magic have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. And Vucevic kicks to Augustine. 1:33 left in the fourth. No good from Jay.
Things can turn around in a hurry. I mean, can't they? Last quarter, he was lights out. All of a sudden, nothing.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one. And so the Pistons take the win. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
Yo, have y'all gotten any word about the MJ golf tournament this year?
No.
Heard about it? Oh, yeah.
There's my awesome interviewee. Get it? Awesome interviewee, AI.
Yeah, man.
Your initials.
I get it. You need me out there?
Oh, yeah. Whenever you're ready.
All right, coming.
Like, killed in my improv group. Hey, look, that joke did really kill in my improv group.
Oh, yeah, man. I mean, just keep workshopping it, you know? I mean, like, you'll get there, man. It's all good.
Okay.
Okay, I guess I'll be the one to say it. You guys kind of fell apart at the end of the game. What happened? Something they were doing? Thought you'd execute?
I put a lot of that on me. I didn't make the plays that I wanted to at the end of the game. And given the final score, you know, that really hurt. It's never easy to lose, but, you know, it's even harder when it's right there for the taking and you can't get it done. So, I don't know, man. Put that in your stories. Hey, Veronica.
AI.
You got my Gatorade
I
check?
do.
Yup, that's it. Just had to be sure.
You think I'm giving you counterfeit checks or something?
Hey, better safe than sorry.
Difficult loss, sir?
You said it, Spinelli.